So you spend an hour, really sweating the details for a high-stakes meeting. You walk in, and the prospect looks at you like you haven't done your homework at all. JP LeMaitre's 2026 guide actually calls this the pre-call preparation paradox.
Right. Yeah, it's a huge issue. Reps are spending up to 47 minutes frantically jumping between LinkedIn, the CRM, and news tabs.
Which is just wild, right? 47 minutes.
Exactly. But because manual research just doesn't scale, half of that context is either lost in the noise or it's completely outdated before the call even starts.
Yeah. So if you are a VP of sales listening right now, this deep dive is basically your 2026 blueprint to fix exactly that.
And the thing to remember is, well, the issue isn't lazy reps. I mean, we're asking human memory to do the job of a high-speed data processor.
Right, which is impossible.
Yeah. The solution isn't, scheduling more prep time. It's about replacing those 20 open browser tabs with a system of 4 integrated functions.
Okay, so what are those 4?
So you've got data aggregators, AI synthesizers, workflow automation, and briefing delivery platforms.
Okay, I like to think of this stack like a water purification plant. The data aggregators, they pull in the chaotic, muddy river water.
Yeah, all the unstructured stuff.
Exactly. All the random company news, social signals, your messy CRM notes. Then the AI synthesizer acts as the filtration system. It strips out all the irrelevant noise and keeps only what actually matters for that specific buyer.
And then workflow automation is basically the plumbing directing that flow. It ensures the timing is perfectly synced with the rep's calendar.
Makes sense.
Right. So by the time it hits the briefing delivery platform, the rep is just, turning on the tap. They get a clear, clean glass of actionable insights 30 seconds before they dial in.
But wait, building that purification plant scales very differently depending on your budget, right? I mean, a 5-person startup obviously isn't going to build this massive enterprise-grade AI infrastructure.
Oh, definitely not. Startups with, say, 5 to 15 reps need to focus on basic CRM workflow automation and tools like GTM Buddy.
What does that do exactly?
Well, it essentially scans a prospect's public data to auto-generate relevant discovery questions. But once you hit the growth stage, which is like 15 to 50 reps, you introduce conversation intelligence platforms like Gong or Chorus.
Okay, right, the tools that record and transcribe sales calls. But how does that actually connect back to the prep phase?
It creates an active AI feedback loop. The system analyzes transcripts of deals that actually closed, right? It identifies which specific talking points or insights won the buyer over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then it feeds that exact data back to the AI synthesizer. So the next time a rep preps for a similar prospect, the filter is much smarter.
That is incredibly powerful.
It really is. And finally, enterprise teams with 50-plus reps, they layer in custom AI models and intent data platforms like 6sense.
Which is for tracking a prospect's invisible digital footprint, right?
Yes.
Like what technical white papers they're downloading across the web.
Exactly, yeah. It alerts your reps the exact moment an account enters a buying cycle. So your reps are preparing for meetings with buyers who are actually ready to buy.
Wait, hold on. This sounds like a recipe for massive alert fatigue.
Why do you say that?
Well, my Slack is already a chaotic nightmare of automated notifications. If we add intent data triggers and AI discovery questions on top of everything else, won't reps just, mute the channel entirely?
Oh, they will absolutely mute it if the alerts are generic. That's why the delivery must be seamless. The AI synthesizer is the absolute linchpin here.
Also.
It shouldn't send a Slack notification saying Company X was in the news. Nobody cares about that.
Right, that's completely useless.
Exactly. It has to send a notification saying, Company X just hired a new CTO who used our competitor at their last job, and here are 3 specific questions to ask them right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it has to be immediately actionable. If it's not digestible in 30 seconds on a mobile phone, it fails completely.
There's a huge financial elephant in the room here, though. I mean, integrating a multi-tier AI stack isn't cheap at all. If a VP is pitching this up to their CFO, this setup sounds like a really easy way to buy expensive shelfware, unless that saved time translates directly into recovered revenue.
Well, the math behind the capacity value is staggering. If you take a 20-person team and compress their manual prep time from 47 minutes down to a tightly automated 5 or 10 minutes,
okay,
you generate over $900,000 in annual capacity value.
Wait, really?
Right.
Almost $1 million in pure recovered selling time?
Exactly. But you're right, capturing that value requires actual adoption. LeMaitre's guide makes a great point about change management here.
Yeah, you don't just roll this out to everyone at once. Right?
No, never. You start with a pilot group of maybe 5 to 8 power users to really work out the kinks. Then you drive adoption by putting prep completion rates on public dashboards.
So kind of creating a culture of healthy competition rather than just punishing the late adopters?
Spot on. The sales teams winning in 2026 are completely automating the research phase. That way their reps can spend their time doing what technology simply can't do, which is having meaningful human conversations.
That is a huge takeaway. So as you think about how your team prepares for tomorrow's calls, let's leave you with a provocative thought.
Go for it.
Think about that 47-minute prep paradox. If you trained an AI synthesizer exclusively on your team's historical close-won calls right now, what surprising data points would it prioritize that your reps are currently completely ignoring while they just, dig around on LinkedIn?